Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna, and for those of you who are new here, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be setting up week 2 of November 2020 in my Skinny Classic Happy Nietzsche Happy Journal. And if that is of interest to you, please stay tuned. Okay, so before we get started, I just realized I misspelled a word. So let me fix that before it just keeps bugging me. There you go. All right, and like I like to do, I will start with the shout outs and then we'll go right into the planning. Now it is Friday the 6th. It is nearly 10 p.m. I took a really nice nap. It has just been a mentally exhausting week. I'm pretty sure you guys can understand. And so I've just been really low key. So if it sounds like I'm sad or not really into it, that's really not the case. It's just, yeah, it's been a rough week. But what I decided to do is in the past, when I did the shout outs, I would keep it in its own section. And had I looked prior, I would have had it. So here, I have all of the shout outs from all of October because I still have October in here. But what I decided to do for this week is include you guys in the actual layout. And so you will get your own dedicated space going forward. I didn't write down the date of when this went up. Oh, I think this went up Halloween. And because I'm not going to be asking what you guys would call this because it's going to be a multiple page kind of thing, although if you guys want to continue to do that, that's perfectly cool. I'm just going to put people's names down on here and just read that off, and I hope that's okay, just because I know I'm not commenting as much as I'd like. I really like to acknowledge you guys and just being there and being encouraging, and I actually really like the idea of having you guys part of the week versus having it as a separate thing. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but in my mind, that totally makes sense to me. So thank you so much for commenting last week. Miss Amy WYM, Miss Colleen from New Jersey, Miss Annette F. And Annette, yes, you were absolutely right. I actually really did like how the colors on the page came out. Hello, Miss Nicole Lorraine Plans. Thank you, Miss Luann L. Thank you, as always, Miss Andy. Thank you, Miss Susie, Miss Tanya K. That's Tanya with an A. Miss Louise, or that could be Lois. I'm not sure, but Lois C, Louise C. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Dee Dee Bean. Thank you, Miss Blue Bonnet. Thank you, Denise J. Thank you, Kathleen and TJ. Chocolate kisses right back at you. Wk is just right here, as he always is. Okay, he fell down, but he's happy, I promise. And Miss Tanya with an O, thank you so much for sharing the love as usual. And guess what time it is, guys? It is Nietzsche Saturday, where I work in my Skinny Classic Happy Nietzsche Happy Journal. And I'm joining Jazmin and Miranda, who thought of that hashtag over a year ago. Now, there's a lot of stuff here. I'm not actually sure what's in frame for you guys, but I'm going to take a little bit of a different tactic. As you can see, I've already mapped out the rest of the week, and it was twofold. One, I didn't journal as much as I thought, or maybe that's just a lot of space and I didn't realize that. I don't know, but I wanted to make sure that I finished, because either I was going to journal a lot on this page and do another page, or I was going to finish up the week here and then do the shout out thank yous here, because again, the way that I'm envisioning this, it just made the most sense to me. But for next week, I took out this. Now this is where I used to journal, and up and through, I think, May, Yeah, May 24th is the last entry. I will be journaling in here every day. And then June wasn't much of anything. July, I think I'd start that little DIY thing, and I just kept this to the side. However, I love this paper. So for this week, we're going to be using a classic size paper, and maybe that will help with some of the sizing issues, because I was thinking that, okay, this seems like a good idea in theory, and yet this is going to get really bulky. Now, I'm not taking this with me, but even storing it in my tiny little storage area is going to be problematic if it gets this chunky and there's only a couple of months in there. So maybe if I can keep my journaling and my weekly overview on just the one page, then maybe that'll help alleviate some of that. We'll see. If it doesn't work, then we'll just figure something else out for next week. So I'm going to put this away. Bucky is going to go back on his little perch, but he is there supervising as always. Now this I did get, and I'm sorry for the glare, I did get from Walmart last year, and of all of the happy notes in any of the sizes, like I was saying, this is my favorite, and more so because I love the gray, but I also love what's down the spine. Now, like many of the, if not all, the classic and happy planner paper in general, this isn't going to fit with everything, but especially what we're doing for this month, it'll definitely fit. So I thought that would be appropriate. And actually, I do need a piece of paper out of here, because I do have an idea. I don't know how the execution will go, but I absolutely have an idea. So I'm going to fold this over so that it fits into my happy journal. And, well, that's straight enough. We are already off to a rockin' start. And then what I plan to do is journal here. We're going to do some decoration, journal here, and then do my weekly overview here, because I did like having a space to write down the meals. And I watch Emmylou Arts here on YouTube. I'll link her channel below. And she does a coffee, well, she's starting a new live, but every day I think she has coffee with her parents because of some things going on. They have to do it via Zoom, and apparently they check their horoscope, if not every day, then certainly every week. And I like horoscopes. I mean, I'm totally into them, and I'm totally not. And so I think I kind of want to incorporate that and see how that goes in here as well. So I think this will be a section for the meals as well as for a horoscope. I think that could be fun. I see, even when we're using a bigger paper, we still don't have a lot of room. Oh, that's not going to work. And I'm just looking through the paper of what I have, just to add some decorative element. And I've got a bunch of washi here. Maybe I'll do some washi tape. I have a plan on how I want this paper to go. I absolutely don't have a plan on how I'm going to decorate that. I hope I wasn't misleading about that. I am so sorry if I was. Oh, that one's kind of nice, although if it goes like that, then it needs to go like this. And I'll try to make this as straight as I can. It's quite a bit a ways for me, just so that I get it in frame for you guys. And yeah. Now, I picked up these scissors from Amazon. They were $3.50. And that in of itself was actually a really good deal because apparently regularly they're like $12. But the reason I got them is because they're non-stick. Because you guys have seen the shenanigans with my other scissors. And because I am cutting a lot of stickers and tape and washi, I thought that might be a good way to actually have something that works and doesn't get all janky after a while. That's really pretty. I had that in my stash as well as these two. These I just picked up and it was 8 containers of 5 washi. I have a ton of washi, but they were so pretty and they're definitely in the style that I like. But I had so much that I'm actually going to be sending a few sets out to friends, which I still need to do. But I'm more and more I'm leaning towards neutral. Oh, doesn't that look like a tie? I don't know why, but that is so sexy to me. You haven't guessed, I'm really single. Not that you cared. Is it that we go on this? Now this one, I don't know where I got it, but it feels weird. Because it feels kind of papery and yet it feels kind of plasticky too. Let's just do a small piece because it doesn't seem that it has a lot of adhesive either. But I do like the plaid action going on. Oh yeah, that's not even going to stick. Okay, well, let's try something else. That's nice. And maybe we'll go crazy and just do washi and stickers this week. I mean, there's no rules, right? Well, there's no rules around here. I'm sure other people have rules. I'm going to count this out so that I have equal spacing, and I've done a few videos this week where I left it in, where I'm muttering to myself, and I left it in really because, and this is going to sound horrible, but if I'm going to be annoyed by me, I'm going to share that with you guys. But in this case, I will cut that out. So I'll see you back when I have all of the lines drawn in. All right, guys, so I've got that down, and I think that actually looks really pretty. So it is Monday the 9th through the 15th of November. This is all kinds of crooked. And I did make a mistake. Actually, I made several. So this is supposed to be 7 spaces apart, and then down here I only counted to 6, then I recounted, and then I only counted to 6 again because I don't know why. So that's why that box is smaller than the rest, but that's fine. And just looking at this, I will see if I can actually fit a horoscope and the breakfast and lunch of the day. If I can't, then I'll just do the food, and then I'll incorporate the horoscope someplace else. And now let's decorate this. And I did really, really like how the Tombow looked on the page. So let's actually put that down before we do anything. And this one is really light. So, although, no, you know what, we're gonna do this after the fact. And the only reason I say that is, I'm pretty sure the washi is not gonna wanna stick, and we're gonna be using a lot of washi. So let's just decorate with the washi. And I really liked how that vertical action is going. We might have to bust out more washi. I told you guys, there's a lot of washi, and they're all these neutral colors, so they all go. All right. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to do the journaling, if I'm going to do horizontal, if I am going to do in sections, I don't know. So let's just lay some things down. Hopefully this is in frame. That one's really pretty. And I'll link this. I mean, it was a ton of washi and it was really inexpensive, at least I thought so. And it's in all of the colors, or the types of colors that I really have been enjoying. If you're new here, what I'm doing is I've recently come to the epiphany that regular planners don't work for me. And I really use this as a journal, a bullet journal / journal. I believe it was Miss Luann, or perhaps it was Miss Annette, or both, that had mentioned this was giving them junk journal feels, and it's kind of like that too. Ultimately, I want to write some things down like you would in a journal. I love using different mixed media like in a junk journal, and I love tracking various things like in a bullet journal. That I happen to be using Happy Planner products is because I have a ton of Happy Planner products. I love the weight of the paper, and it's in a system that I enjoy. Now, whether I continue in this, I don't know, because that also has been on my mind, is it might not be in a size that will continue to work for me in the way that I want it. I might have to go up to a classic and just work out of a classic Happy Notes. And it won't be a planner, it'll definitely be a Happy Notes. That's pretty, guys. Oh. But this is the first month that I am trying this particular kind of style out, where I'm not really planning because I'm not a planner. I am definitely more of a journaler, definitely more of a completed tasks kind of person, and that's just what works for me. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's gorgeous. I don't know why I sound so surprised, but I am. So we've used this one, and this one. Let's do a process of elimination. We've done this one and this one. And there's no reason why I can't double up, but let's see what we can do when we don't. This is also giving me like men's dress shirt vibes. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. And we'll, oh, that one's interesting, very geometric. Let's put something in between. And the nilly-williness, it really is just, because that's what was sticking. That's how I'm choosing how this is going on. And the reason I didn't want these two next to each other is because there is some of that blue tone in there. Again, I'm not that girl, but it was bothering me. Let's not get rid of that. Let's add that right there. Okay, so I think we're going to add some stickers, but I think that's it for that page. And then we've got this one where we can do some more journaling. And again, it really just depends on how the week goes, how much of this that I need. This might be the section for the shout outs next week. It might be more journaling. And then I have another section for the shout outs. Again, I'm giving myself enough room to let that just be whatever it is. I'll definitely have more of an idea when we get closer to the end of the week. Okay, so this you won't be able to see when that's open, so it doesn't matter what colors we use. Although again, they all do go together. And I do want to get somewhat close to the crease, but not all the way on it, or it will affect how it closes. And, ooh, sort of like a burnt umber, burnt sienna kind of number. That's pretty. And I think, oh, I like this. It looks, because the stripes are so light, it looks kind of like green, like a sage green. I think that's going to be it for that. And it's definitely quite different. It's very linear as compared to the other ones that was using stuff like this. And that's fine. That really is fine. But let's put some stickers in. Now I have been going through some of my sticker books and have been detaching. If you were watching my bullet journal videos from last month, I had already detached that one and that one. And then when I was in botanicals earlier, I had detached these two. And just because I like keeping the floral elements in here, and they were almost done anyway. And so let's use some of these. And I actually really like how the very linear washi looks against the very natural. Oh, I think that's sweet, guys. I really do. And let's be clever and cut this. Because again, I don't want it to go on the crease. And so we'll line it up close enough so hopefully there is still that illusion that it's one sticker, but that it still turns nicely. Okay. I mean, that's totally not fooling anyone, but it's enough for me. Okay, and it's not bleeding through. That's good. All right, and then on this side, let's use that right there. This actually will be closed. I'm going to move this one, and I'm generally not the reposition usually, but I kind of want to do something. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm going to do. Oh good, and it misses, for the most part, the disc area, because that way then you can see it when it closed like that. And I think that is really sweet. Look at that. Oh, I don't know, should we color wash the page? Because I thought it would be more bold, but it really just rescinded to the back. But this is really clean. I'm gonna do it. Maybe that'll be the only consistency in the month that they're all color washed. So just going to do broad strokes. Huh, it doesn't go over the washi. Interesting. And it's not bleeding through. That's good. Not gonna lie, it does make it look a lot messier. I'm pretty sure some of you are like, ooh, you had it. You were almost that girl. And then you decided to be Miss Squiggly Lines. I love that color. Okay, that's doing nothing but making it pill. We are going to leave the calendar that way. And then we're going to do just some light ones back here because it's already starting to buckle because it's damp. And we're just going to lean into what is probably my favorite color of Tombow. And then do this one for the rest of the sheet. It does help, even though it sort of, not gonna lie, kind of ruined the clean vibe of this. It does help knowing that I know what it's going to look like or have a reasonable expectation of what it's going to look like because we've already done a week like that. So I'm not too concerned. I am going to put Monday up here. These are stickers that I purchased, or no, she gifted these clear ones to me. I had purchased the ones on the matte background, but that's from Christy Marie Designs. I will link her Luxe Clever Crafts, which was those stickers right there, in the description box. And anyone else I might have mentioned, I write it down while I edit, so I won't forget. And we'll put this. The rest of the week I'll put down as I write. And let me clean up this area, put this back on the discs, and I'll bring you guys back. All right, guys, so it is back. And actually, it does, even though there is no paper on the page, because you can see the little bit of color that is similar, I think it does, or it will tie in the pages together. This one I'm not going to do because I actually like it being different from the rest of this, just so it stands out a little bit more. The way that we got around that the last time is it was on its own page, and it was in white, and this is what I had written down. Like I said, I will be doing an After the Pen either tomorrow or Sunday, talking about how this has gone for me this week, as well as some of my thoughts so far. So be on the lookout for that. It should be a short video, although I will be including the meals. So that's the video that's going to be in. And then this, I will just journal as I go throughout the week, and whether I need to add in another page, whether this is going to be sufficient, I'll know once I get done or closer to the end of next week. All right, so for the question for today, do you have a favorite pen that you use specifically in your planner? For me, I'm finding that the Sarasa pens have been my go-to pens, although when I do need to write small, I'll go to my High-Tech C in 0.3, just because this is the finest nib that I have. All of my Sarasa pens are a 0.5, which is still pretty fine, but this one's even finer. So I'd love to know what planner pens you use, either exclusively in your planners or it's your go-to in your planner. Please leave that in a comment below. All right, guys, that's it for me for now. And as always, aloha.